Mike, where are you? It is way past the meeting time.
Sorry, Jen. I was caught up with some stuff and time got away from me. I already left. I'll be there in a bit.
How long is a bit? You're already 20 minutes late.
I know, I'm really sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm doing my best, but I guess I'll be there in like 45 minutes. An hour tops.
An hour? In what universe is an hour a bit? You really asked me to wait for an hour? On top of the 20 minutes you already made me wait?
I know. I'm as upset as you are. It's not my fault. You know I wouldn't be this late without a good reason. There was an accident and the traffic slowed to a crawl. It's out of my hands.
I see. Well, that certainly isn't your fault. The only thing is, according to Google, the road is all clear. No traffic to speak of. Don't bother trying to back up your lie either. I've been looking at it this whole time.
Oh, right. Wow. You're on top of things as usual. I love your initiative.
Don't even bother. Just tell me the real reason why you're over an hour late.
Sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood a bit. The real reason is a little embarrassing. The truth is, I kind of got lost. I ended up taking the wrong road.
You got lost? That's what you're going with?
I know, it's so lame. You know how they were doing construction near my place. Well, I was in a hurry and I accidentally took the road I always take. So I ended up having to find a way around and ended up getting lost.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us. Another problem though, the road work they were doing near your house is already finished. I passed by there last week while I was out for work. Road was finished and the workers were gone.
Oh, you knew about that. I forgot you go by there sometimes. You don't have to shoot down all my jokes, though. Let me get to the punchline first, at least.
Enough of the lies. I don't find them cute. Just tell me the real reason. No, wait, let me guess. You overslept again?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
My parents invited us out to eat. You knew this was an important day. Why are you late today of all days? You know how mad I get when you make me wait? Why did you think it'd be okay to make my parents wait too?
I really am sorry, Jen. It's not like I tried to oversleep. I'm doing my best, really, I am. Just when I was thinking about meeting your parents, I got so stressed I couldn't sleep. You know how anxious I get sometimes. I was just worried about making a good impression.
Anxiety, huh? I feel you're insulting people with real anxiety. You sure you weren't just up till 3 a.m. playing online games?
There is no way I'd be playing games all night when I had to meet your parents.
Mike, knock it off. I saw your login history.
You saw my game history? How?
I joined the same guild as you so I can see when you're online. Not that I wanted to. This has happened so many times that I got sick of it. Anyway, there's no point in trying to hide it.
You've got to be kidding. You went that far? That's like a breach of privacy.
You always lie and make up excuses. Do you think I enjoy checking your lies? You're the one driving me to do these kinds of things. I've been way too forgiving with you, but I've really had it. I'm seriously ticked off this time.
Okay, I get it. I am super sorry. Yeah, you got me. The other things were lies, but I am on my way though, no lie. I even took an Uber. The guy said he knows a shortcut. He says we'll be there in like 30 minutes. I'll tell him to floor it.
Fine, whatever. When you get here, apologize to my family. They're the victims here. And take the time now to think about what you're going to say. A simple sorry isn't going to cut it.
Hello, Jennifer. It's your future mother-in-law. I don't mean to attack you, but aren't you being a little too hard on Mike? As his future wife, I think you can maybe cut him a little slack.
Hello, Lisa. What are you talking about?
Mike told me how you treated him. He said just because he was a little late that you blew up on him. You have to be a little more understanding if you want your relationship to work. He called me and told me everything. You've practically broken the poor boy's spirit.
If you heard the whole story, then you should understand my frustration. Today was a very important meeting with my parents, his future in-laws. On top of just oversleeping for an hour because he was up playing video games all night, he also came up with all these weird lies. If it was just me, I wouldn't have been that angry, but it was rude to my parents and made us both look bad.
It's just a little lie. What's the big deal? Don't you think it's cute how he tries to make excuses? He was clearly embarrassed.
Cute? Being over an hour late for an important meeting and lying about it is supposed to be cute?
Well, just so you know, he wasn't like this before he met you. It's because you chew him out day in and day out that he started to lie. He's probably terrified of you at this point. I don't think it's wrong to say that some of the fault lies with you.
Well, I was raised with the common sense that if you lie, people are going to get angry at you. Are you saying that you don't have a problem with him lying to you? Personally, I find it hurtful when someone close to me makes up such dumb lies.
Of course not. I'd never let something so small hurt me. Maybe the difference is her level of love. I love my son from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, it's a matter of the level of love.
Yes, it's about love. All I'm saying is try to be a little more mature about these things. The wedding is right around the corner, and you've driven Mike into depression with your sharp tongue.
So, you're saying this is all my fault. I'm the one to blame for him being late and for all his lying.
It's a little white lie. You better get used to it because those are what keep relationships together. Just think of it like a funny little habit of his. If you love someone, you have to accept their faults too. I'm not going to hand over my beloved son to someone who's just going to nag him into oblivion. You need to learn to control yourself or you're going to end up alone.
Thanks for the advice.
Mike is my only son, so I raised him with all the love and affection a mother can give. He was brought up in a very warm and happy environment. He isn't used to people snapping at him over every little thing.
I don't mean to be rude, but it seems like you aren't even trying to look at things from my perspective. I don't get mad over every little thing. I hate being mad and I hate getting into fights. Mike can't seem to help himself when it comes to pushing my buttons.
You see, you're pushing all the blame on him again. Is it really that bad?
Whenever we go on dates or have any plans, he's always late. He has never been on time once. I'm not a huge stickler for time myself, but when someone is late every time, it feels really disrespectful. To make things worse, he always lies about why he's late. They aren't even good lies. They fall apart with even the slightest scrutiny. I think I'd be less mad if he was just honest and said he was late because he was playing video games or something.
That's what I'm talking about. That's just who he is. If you really love him, you'll just look past it and not let it get to you so much.
If it was something out of his control, I'd accept it because I love him. But being on time is completely within his control. If you'd raised him to be a bit more punctual, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. He would be on time, wouldn't need to make up dumb lies, and I wouldn't have to get mad. Everything would be perfect.
Are you questioning my parenting skills? Are you trying to say I raised him wrong? That's a heck of a thing to say to your future mother-in-law.
Trust me, I don't want to say those kinds of things. I don't even want to be having this conversation. That's how far Mike's lack of consideration and lying has driven me.
Driven you? Goodness, it's not like he's cheating on you or anything. With how many scummy men there are out there, you should consider yourself lucky that the only problem yours has is a bit of tardiness. I find it troubling that you, his fiancé, have such a problem with something so small.
So, anything less than cheating should just be ignored?
His little fibs are like jokes between the two of you. Many women would even find them endearing. If you really plan on marrying him, you need to be more accepting. Love him for who he is, from the hair on his head to the toes on his feet. That, of course, includes his little faults. That is what love is. I hope we won't need to have this discussion again.
Hey, Jen, sorry for messaging you so early. I actually wanted to talk about the wedding real quick. Is there any way we can cancel?
What? You want to cancel our wedding?
I am truly so sorry. Please contact the church and let them know we can't make it.
Hold on. What's going on all of a sudden? You want to cancel the wedding the day of?
It's an emergency. I understand what I'm asking. There's just no choice. I'm sorry.
You want me to cancel our wedding the day of without so much as an explanation? If you don't tell me what's going on, I'm not canceling anything.
Yeah, right. Well, the thing is, my mom got really sick.
Really? What happened?
Yeah, she's in real bad shape. This morning I went over to my parents' place. I'm really worried about her. She looks terrible. I know how important today is, but we can't have a wedding like this.
She's really that sick? What is wrong with her exactly? What are her symptoms? Does she have stomach pains or chest pains?
She just kind of passed out. Yeah, right in front of me. She just collapsed all of a sudden.
She collapsed? Is she okay? Is she conscious? Did you take her to the hospital? You need to call an ambulance. Should I call one?
No, that's not necessary. You don't have to call anyone. We have it under control.
But she just fell over out of nowhere, right? You need to get her to the hospital immediately. Even if she's awake, she needs to get looked at.
No, the thing is, she didn't wake up. I think we're too late.
What? She's unconscious?
Yeah, so no need to call an ambulance or anything. She's not conscious and she's not breathing. Oh, she just passed now. She's gone.
She died? You're saying your mom just died?
Yeah, man, I can't believe it. This is terrible. So please, just cancel the wedding. There's no way we can celebrate after this happened.
No, of course not. You can't have a wedding right after the groom's mother died. I guess a wedding is the least of our worries right now.
Right, exactly. So could you call everyone and just let them know it's off? They should understand if you tell them that my mom died. Also, since I'm gonna be busy handling this and the funeral and stuff, let's just hold off on the wedding for now.
Sure, I completely understand. Just one little thing though. Lisa is standing here right next to me.
What now?
Yeah, she's right here next to me and she seems very much alive. It's just so weird since she just died right in front of your eyes, right?
Yeah, it's a miracle.
I have about a million things I want to say right now, but I don't have the energy. In any case, I'm all for canceling the wedding.
Just wait a second. My mom is really there with you now?
She is indeed fully alive, fully conscious. She seems to me to be in perfect health. She looks beautiful too, all dressed up. She had her hair and makeup done. Really a sight to see. It's hard to believe she was dead just a few minutes ago.
Right. So about that.
Yeah, enough of the games. I feel a headache coming on just thinking about it, but here it goes. What's your real explanation for this one?
Explanation? Right. I'm actually a bit confused myself. So, what's going on now?
Like I said, your mother, who's alive, is here with me right now. Can you explain to me how that can be if she just collapsed and died right in front of your very eyes? I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation, right? Oh, I know. Perhaps her identical twin just died? Or her evil clone?
Wait. Why is my mom with you?
She just showed up at my place this morning, out of the blue, unannounced. She said there were a few things she wanted me to understand before the ceremony. She then bestowed upon me her list of 10 things necessary to be your wife.
Come again?
Item 1. Love every aspect of my dear son, from the hair on his head to the toes on his feet. Item 2. Love all his faults, including his cute little habit of fibbing. Item 3. Never get mad at him again for being late. Item 4. Never get angry with him for not finishing his vegetables. It goes on and on like that. It's basically an instruction manual for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, she saw it fit to ring my doorbell at 5:30 in the morning just to tell me something like that. Despite me being dead tired, being the only one who actually planned this wedding, and now you contact me all of a sudden to cancel everything. Do you and your family think I'm your maid or something?
No, of course not. The thing about that is...
It's not just me who's flustered. Your dead mom is panicking over here. She can't believe you would joke about her being dead. She's going nuts.
Oh, no.
Anyway, I'm going to cancel everything just like you asked. Just don't think things are going to go that smoothly. You tell an insane lie like that and you're obviously going to have to face the fallout. You better be prepared.
Listen to this, Jen. You won't believe my son. I rushed to his place to find out what was happening. And he's here with a woman I've never seen before.
A mysterious woman. How about that?
After interrogating them, it turns out he wants to marry her. That's the reason he wanted to put a stop to the wedding. He even went as far as to make up some lie about me dying. Can you believe it? Who could lie about such a thing? Killing off your own mother just because you can't face the truth.
Now, no reason to get so worked up. Just take a deep breath and calm down. Just think of it as a cute little fib that your beloved son made up.
Excuse me.
It's what you told me. I'm just offering you your own advice.
Lying about your mom dying isn't a cute lie. Everyone knows there are some things you should never say.
Sure, I used to think the same thing.
He's such a terrible son. After I spent all that time and energy raising him with love and affection, he just turns around and starts killing me off and lies.
Lisa, need I remind you again that I'm just telling you exactly what you told me? As long as you have love for the person, then a little white lie is no big deal.
That love is gone. How can he treat me like this? I'm a mess. I can't stop crying, and I'm so mad I'm shaking.
Wow, that's pretty bad.
He lied about my death for an excuse. Have you ever heard of such a horrible son? That beautiful baby boy is gone. I bet it was that woman he was cheating with. It's her fault. She made him like this.
From where I'm standing, Mike isn't the only one who changed. I can't believe you're the same person who was lecturing me on being more understanding this morning.
No matter how much you love your child, there are limits. Anyone would get mad if their child did what he did. I'm only human. Anyway, I've only just begun to lecture him. I'm going to be talking to him for a while, so don't contact him. I don't want any interruptions.
No problem. I'm busy with all the cancellations and ending the engagement and everything. Take your time. Let him know that once you're finished, he has to talk to me next. Thanks.
Hey, Jen. I'm sorry for telling such a horrible lie. I think you've already heard from my mom, but I kind of fell in love with another girl.
Yeah, I heard. I just have to ask, did you really think that telling that dumb of a lie and canceling the ceremony was going to end well?
Honestly, I really didn't think that far ahead. I was just preoccupied with thinking I had to stop the ceremony. I didn't mean for things to get so out of control, but once I started lying, they just kind of piled up. I kind of hit the point of no return and just swung for the fences.
I've warned you about lying more times than I can count. Hopefully this finally made you learn your lesson. In any case, the wedding was canceled. I'm going to need you to pay me back. I put down $20,000, so get me that money ASAP. One lump sum, of course.
Hold on a second, Jen. I was actually kind of wondering if we could just postpone it instead of canceling.
What?
The thing is, after seeing my mom fly off the handle like that, the girl I was with was terrified. She said she could never deal with a mother-in-law like that and broke up with me. You're all I have left.
Are you insane?
If you're worried about me cheating, we can live together first. You can keep an eye on me, and once I've earned your trust again, we can get married. That's what we'll do. Let's make up first. After that, once you've truly forgiven me, we'll get married.
You disgusting piece of trash. Do you really think what you did can be forgiven? You and I were finished when you decided to cancel our wedding to marry your mistress. There is nothing you can do to get me to forgive you.
I'm being serious here. Don't say it's over. Don't throw away what we have. The only one I love is you. If you've ever believed anything I've ever said, believe this. I would never lie about this.
Michael, you moron! You just said the only person you love is me, your mother!
Mom?
Are you even capable of telling the truth? Are you just a pathological liar or something? What happened to you? When did you become such a dirty man?
Hold on, what's going on? Why do you have Jen's phone?
Because I'm at her place right now. I'm picking up your stuff.
What?
She told me she never wants to see you again, so I came to pick up your belongings.
You didn't need to do that.
You can come pick them up from my house. But you better believe you're going to get an earful from your father when you do.
No, but the thing is...
Oh, I get it. You don't want to come back home. I guess you thought you could just avoid all the consequences of what you did. Ever since you were little, you always ran away whenever someone got mad at you.
Well, yeah, what do you expect? Petra just left me because of you. Now Jen is leaving me. You think I really want to deal with you and Dad on top of that?
I don't care what you want to deal with. You still have no idea what you've done. This isn't just about your love life. You canceled your wedding the day it was taking place? I've never heard of such a thing. Do you have any idea how ashamed I was? What people think of us now?
But if I can patch things up with Jen, then everything will work out. I'm sure everyone will understand.
Shut up! A grown man who lies about his own mother's death to get out of his own wedding has no business dating anyone. You have done something outrageous and unforgivable. You will sit at home and think about what you've done until the gravity of it gets through your thick skull. You liar!
Please, wait, you're being too harsh. I have reflected. I know what I've done and I'm really sorry, honest. Please, just let me try to fix things.
A person who was truly repentant for what they've done would not be trying to convince the woman he just humiliated to let him live with her. You even lied to me again to butter me up, saying you loved me the best in the world. Now you're sending messages to Jennifer telling her she's your number one. You're just as full of it as ever. You aren't sorry one bit.
No, you're misunderstanding. There's love for your parents, right? And then there's love for your partner. They're different kinds of love.
I've heard enough of your lies. If you ever want to see any of this stuff again, then you better get your butt over to the house tonight. In the meantime, why don't you think of a way you can properly apologize?
What the heck do you think I'm doing? Trying to patch things up with Jen?
I said properly apologize, not make things worse. The best thing you can do for Jen is just pay her the money you owe her and remove yourself from her life completely.
Oh, Mom, can you just cut me some slack?
I think I've cut you enough slack for one lifetime. It's about time you learned.
No.
Lisa gathered all Mike's things and politely apologized for the trouble he caused. Considering how she treated her son until now, her attitude caught me a bit off guard. But true to her word, she made sure Mike paid me everything that he owed me. Apparently, she kept him on a really short leash from then on, at risk of being written out of the will. She made a long list of rules for him to follow in order to become a better person. Of course, lying was also on the list, along with a dozen other crazy rules. God only knows if Mike is actually following the rules or just lying to placate his parents. Either way, he's paid me back and he's out of my life, so it's not my problem anymore. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.